And good evening, everyone. Welcome to Yahweh's Farm. Tonight's episode is going to be a little different. We're trying out a new podcast style. This is farm to table talk. So I'd like to welcome you to tonight's stream. Oh, need to make sure to mute that because I can hear it in my headphones. So how's everyone doing tonight? I'm here with Diana and Saul Padilla, the owners of Yahweh's Farm, and as well as the founders of Hope for SFS. How's it going? Small Farm Sustainability. How y'all doing tonight?
We're doing good. A little bit tired. Today is harvest day for our CSA, and we had a kind of rough morning to start because it was raining. So, and then very super windy. And you know, when we have the boxes, you still have to work. So you have to figure out how to work in between the rain and the wind, but we got it done and we finished them. We put them all together and they're ready for tomorrow's delivery.
Nice. And what was in season today?
Kohlrabi,
carrots, beets, green onions, pak choy, lettuce, and a little bit of spinach.
and a little bit of cabbage, and a little bit of broccoli. Yeah, so the last items were a mixed match. We had a few early harvests of broccoli and a few early of cabbage and a few early of spinach.
Yeah.
So we, kind of those last boxes are the ones that got a little bit of something.
Yeah.
Yeah. The kohlrabi is fabulous, and we failed 2 years in a row for whatever reason. It would not grow, and this year we have so far a good harvest. Spinach has also been one of those difficult vegetables to grow, and we have a little bit, so we're hoping that that this year is a little better than the previous years. Yeah.
With carrots, we've been doing real good. Because we usually start the carrots early to start harvesting in December. And the past 2-3 years, we get the rain kind of late, so we end up harvesting the carrots late. But this year we start pretty good with the carrots.
Oh, we've had baby carrots in the basket for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
3 weeks. So this week they're not baby anymore. Yeah, they're more the regular
Full grown.
size. Yeah.
And trust me, they taste really good. I tried some of the ones that you gave me a couple weeks ago, and they're crunchy, but they also had like a nice, good sweet flavor.
The flavor of a fresh carrot is so different from the carrot that you buy in
The store,
Yeah.
yeah.
They also depend a lot on the weather. And this year we've been having pretty good cold nights. So the sugar and the carrots, they get a little more sweet.
Concentrates.
Yeah.
What we were surprised at is that our beets aren't ready. I mean, we put beets in the basket, but they're more like a golf ball size instead of a tennis ball size. And by this time of the year, they should be bigger.
This year is real weird. We never had trouble with beets. Even if we started early, we always have beets when we started the season in November.
Yeah.
In this year, we've been trying and I had some. They're gonna be ready probably in 2 weeks. But the ones that we harvest now, we plant a whole quarter acre, and we have probably enough for 2 weeks because they're almost all died.
Wow.
Yeah. So this kind of weird year, but for some things and then for other things, it's real good.
So like we've had a couple of cold fronts. Has that affected the way the plants have responded?
Yes, we lost. We were lucky enough to have cucumbers and zucchini, But with this last cold day, it just burnt them all. They're all gone. Yeah, so we got a little bit. The cucumbers and the pickles, they were not, either they weren't getting pollinated, or the plants just were not producing enough for us to put that many in the box.
See, we always take a chance with those plants in the fall, because those plants, they actually do better in the spring, spring, summer than fall, winter. Because one day of cold, they die. So we always take a chance and we plant it in the fall. And this year we harvest pretty good zucchini and a few other squash. But the tomatoes and the cucumbers, they don't do too good.
No, they burned. Yeah, they did get frostbitten.
They're real sensitive to the cold. So tomatoes, we had tomatoes almost ready to ripe. They had the size and everything, but with the cold, they burn.
We just want to say hi to Baby Joda on YouTube and Pato Loco 75 on Twitch. How's it going? If you all have any questions or comments that you'd like to ask Saul or Diana, feel free. We're streaming live on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. So this is a new thing that we're trying to get out there to educate the people of what's going on the farm, and how they are doing their best to try to help out the community. And on Tuesdays we usually talk about food. And how'd you come about learning to cook food?
Oh, I love cooking. Actually, my dad used to own a restaurant when I was really, really young. My mom was the cook. And then in my 20s, I owned a restaurant. So I had my chance to run the restaurant business. And I worked probably about 12 years for fine dining. So I learned some of those skills in high-ended restaurants, and I like that. Knowing that Saul grows this really premium product, I know that the food that we make is going to taste delicious, because it's already delicious when you start with the best ingredients. Yeah. So I really like cooking, but it is also part of our survival in what we do, because the valley still isn't 100% into the organic. There's still a lot of work in progress for people to make the choice to go in organic. And then Saul grows this product, and we don't have an outlet for that product yet. And we don't meet all the requirements for warehouse or retail sales. So I'm pretty creative. I dehydrate it. I make herbal spices. I've been mixing fresh garlic dehydrated with garlic chives and the 10-15 onions, because we had a really large harvest. Saul has been growing moringa, and I dehydrate it and make powder. We make powder with it. Yeah.
Yeah, we also
tea.
drink
the
moringa tea.
Fabulous. This is my favorite mix. It's moringa with lemongrass, but you can make moringa with mint, or moringa with passion fruit, or moringa with. I'm gonna try hibiscus, even if we don't grow it, just to see how it goes. We started drinking the tea for energy, because we do a lot of work, and then we ended up using it for medicinal purposes, and cosmetic, because it helps us grow hair. My hair is thinned out, and with the moringa, it's starting to grow back. I'm getting all these little hairs growing back, and so I don't want to show you right now, but his hair is growing in too. So here on the farm, we have to be creative on all of our everything that we do. COVID has made us go into the video and right now podcasting, to reach out and find the people and let them know what we're doing, because not too many people come out to the farm anymore, and
Yeah.
you know, we can't give the tours and we can't do all that other stuff. So,
Well, this year is the first year that we don't do the open farm day for the CSA
it
members.
is.
We usually open the farm in October for all the members and the people that they want to be a member. And we cook food and we invite everybody to show the families how the grow that they the vegetables that they're gonna receive grow in the farm. So a lot of people show up here in the farm and we have a real fun day. But this year, we don't do anything this year.
Well, I'm not sure for 2021 how it's gonna be. I do know that for us, we're gonna do several videos on cooking vegetables and garden ideas and talking about the farm, because I really don't care for writing, I'll be honest. So this has worked out a little bit better than writing, because I do like to talk. People know I like to talk.
Yeah.
And so it's easier for me to express what we're doing than to write what we're doing.
Yeah.
And I want everybody out there to know that we're trying to do the most that we can to bring you the healthiest, the safest food possible for you and your family. We, because of COVID, we were selling lamb to a restaurant, but due to COVID, they closed, and we found ourselves with an abundance of lamb and rabbit and things that we sell to industries. So we decided, you know what, we're gonna prepare and we're gonna sell it here at the market. So we now have in the farmers market on the farm, there's lamb, there's pork, there's beef, there's rabbit, there's chicken.
Well, the chicken, we're supposed to grow more chickens, but the problem with the place where we order is that they don't have chickens. You know, because a lot of people they're buying chickens.
Oh yeah.
So the list, if you get in the list, is for like next year, sometimes in the middle of the next year. So we're not doing the chicken. We kind of trying to do the stuff that we already have, and then get ready for the chickens when it's available.
Yeah, because we buy the day-old chicks, then we buy certified organic feed, and we feed them and raise them and then harvest them for our consumer, for our customers. So if you come to the farm, you know, you're not gonna find everything you see at the grocery store. You're gonna find stuff that you don't see at the grocery store. You know, we have vegetables that they don't sell at the grocery store. And our vegetables are super fresh. I mean, it's not more than a week, for sure. We harvest on Tuesdays. We're closed on Wednesdays because we do our CSA deliveries.
Yeah.
But then we reopen on Thursday for pickup and for people who want to come and purchase. We are doing a lot of new things for 2021. So we ask that you follow us and subscribe and to do ring the bell, whatever, all these gadgets that are on here, so that you learn what we're doing, so that we can keep you updated on a lot of our things. We are brand new at it, so it's probably going to take us a while to, like today we were supposed to be on 7 and we were on late because we're trying to get all the equipment to be able to talk to you directly. So if you understand that we're just regular people trying to share our experience, knowledge, and skills, then and enjoy the information that we have to share with you, I think you're gonna have a lot of fun. I really like to cook. Our schedule is kind of tight. We've been missing a lot of things. We have hired a few people now to help us out so that we get back on track on some of the cooking, because I really would like to show you how to use some of the vegetables that are in season. Like kohlrabi is my favorite root crop. It's a root crop, and you can use it. So you can fix it if it's not. You can say that it's that I'm not correct. I think it's a root crop, but Saul's telling me no. It's not.
Well, there's they come from a root crop, but there's a mix between broccoli, cabbage, and radishes. But they grow above the ground. They don't grow in the ground.
Oh, okay.
And like carrots or beets, they grow above the ground.
It is delicious. You know, you could peel it or you can cook it with the peeling on, because it reminds me of chayote. You know how chayote, you cook it with either with the skin or you peel it, either way. But you can boil it, make mashed potatoes. You can put it in soup. You can fry it.
Raw.
You can eat it raw, with just chile and like jicama. It reminds me of jicama. Yeah.
It's a real good and a lot of people get kind of scared to eat it because they think they're gonna taste like radishes, but they're not. They taste more like broccoli or cabbage. Yeah, they have a unique flavor, but they don't taste like radish.
Is it bitter or is it like a sweeter, or how would you describe the taste?
Jicama.
Yeah.
Jicama?
I would describe it as a jicama.
Yeah.
It's got a slight turnip when you cook it, turnip taste. But to me, it reminds me more of jicama. And the texture of it reminds me of jicama raw. Not cooked. Cooked, it's almost like a russet potato, because you can smash it.
Yeah, you can make like puree like potatoes, and that's really good.
And how big are they usually?
Well, they're like they can go anywhere from a golf ball size to a softball size, because they have giant.
Yeah, there's three different ones, and the regular one is like 3 to 4 inches, and the other one they can go up to 8 inches. Yeah, that's the giant one.
For the people who are avoiding potatoes,
That's a really
Good substitute.
Yes, because it'll make you feel like you're eating potatoes, but you're not eating that starch.
You think it would be better than cauliflower? Because I know some people try to make cauliflower into like mashed potatoes.
Yeah, I think the texture is more like a potato than the cauliflower is.
Yeah.
And at least here in the valley is more easy to grow kohlrabi than cauliflower. Cauliflower is kind of difficult because even in our winter, you had to plant cauliflowers that are adapted to the cold, not to the heat, not to the cold.
Yeah.
And there's only a few that they do good here in the valley.
Yeah, growing is not just throwing a seed in the pot. You tell people I do farming, and right away they think, oh yeah, I could do it. I could put it in a pot. No, it's about knowing the soil, and the plants. They're picky too. Like a lot of people try to plant cilantro in the summer. It's not a hot weather plant. It's a cold weather plant. So you have to know what temperature it likes and what soil it likes and
what time of the day.
The cilantro seeds, they're real smart. I think they're smart because I have cilantro plants and I harvest the seed, and whatever seed they fall in the floor, in the summer, even if they get all the rain, all the water, whatever water, they don't germinate. But as soon as they start getting cooler nights and the right temperature, rain a little bit or you water a little bit, and you see cilantro everywhere.
Like weeds.
Yeah.
Like it knows when the season.
They know exactly the same time is the time that is to germinate. Yeah. They're not gonna germinate if it's too hot or if it's too cold. They just the temperature that they like it, and they germinate.
That's a lot of plants. A lot of plants are like that. So people think you could just grow anything. No, you can't. It's got to be the right time and plants are like people. If it wants to do it, it'll do it, and if it don't,
not.
it ain't doing
There's
it.
a lot of plants that they germinate. Like you can throw broccoli seed, cabbage, cauliflower, all the brassicas. You can throw it in the summer in water, and you're gonna germinate all those seeds, but they're gonna die because it's too hot. Lettuce, you can do the same thing. You can throw lettuce in the summer, and they germinate, but they don't grow because it's too hot. Yeah, but cilantro is a smart seed. They don't germinate if there's not the right
season.
Season, yeah.
I think my peach tree seeds are the same.
Yeah, peach
Yeah,
tree is the same.
yeah. They fall. Because the birds made a hole, or some critter or whatever was eating the peach, and it falls to the ground. It's there all year, and it'll germinate when it's time for it to germinate.
Wow.
Yeah.
One time in the year, you start seeing a lot of little trees popping out around the main tree.
Wow.
And it's because the temperature is right, and they germinate.
Well, for the back to where we started on the CSAs, right? We had put together kind of a rough list of things that we've had in different times, but those lists are not always accurate because it really does depend on the weather. I mean, spinach, we had a year that for 3 years in a row, well, more than that actually, because we had another Sahara Desert windstorm. But we had a storm, and it wasn't talked about much on the Weather Channel. And we really didn't pay attention to it. So we were trying to grow spinach, and we couldn't. But our friend of ours has a farm in Edinburgh, and he has sandy soil, and he couldn't either. So we talked to several farmers, and they just couldn't grow the spinach. It would grow, would germinate, get a few inches, and it would die. And so, I don't know, what I was watching a PBS channel, a documentary, and they were talking about the layers of the earth. And in that documentary, he said, well, there must have been a red sandstorm because the layer here shows this red
Layer.
Yeah, layer.
So I Googled that year, and just before we planted, we had a sandstorm the year before when we planted spinach. And I told Saul, well, you know, it unbalanced this pH in the ground, and that's why we couldn't grow spinach. So he put what was it? Rock dust in the field, and we grew spinach. Well, last year it happened the same, but this time I was already aware that that's what happens, right?
Yeah.
So for us to grow a little bit of spinach, now we got to work on that pH on the soil. So sometimes when we put out those lists for the CSAs, that doesn't always mean that that's what you're going to get. It means that we're going to plant that. We're going to plant that, and if we are successful, you are going to have that in your box. Because we grow over 40 different vegetables.
Wow.
And there's so many things that they can affect the pH. Too much rain, not enough rain. Even when the big farmers burn the sugar cane.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever see in your car the ashes of the sugar cane. Well, all those little things they fall in our farm and they change the pH.
Yeah.
So it's so many things that we have to fight to be able to grow those picky vegetables.
Just like to welcome Norma Irene to the show tonight.
Norma, on the screen you're seeing some of I think you were looking at some of the spring mix that Saul cuts. It is the way we harvest our lettuce for our boxes. When we plant romaine, red, green leaf, and red romaine.
Red romaine, green leaf lettuce and red leaf lettuce and regular romaine. Now, these lettuce, there's our seed. We've been harvesting those seeds because we feel that when we harvest the seed, we're getting those plants a little more adapted to here, to our soil, to our climate, and we've been doing a little bit better with those lettuce. Because before, sometimes we do real good and sometimes real bad. Like depend what kind of seed that we buy.
Yeah.
And we decide to start harvesting our own seed of lettuce, and we've been doing pretty good this year.
And where do you find the seeds? I mean, because when I get the lettuce, it's usually just a big wrap.
To harvest seed, you plant the lettuce a little bit different, and then you let the plant to grow all the way until they flower. The plant they usually grow like romaine, they grow the leaves, and then when they start getting older, they start growing a little branch with a whole bunch of little flowers in the top, and then where you harvest your seed. And you wait until they dry, and then you go and harvest your seed.
Yeah.
Now, one plant they can give you like 500 to 1,000 seeds, but you have to harvest it by hand. So that's a lot of work. Yeah. Well, that's good.
Well, congratulations, Norma, on getting your first box. We hope you liked it, and the chicken. Wow.
You know, Norma, it says Norma Irene. And I don't know everybody on my Facebook. And since you are a member, I'm thinking that you've been a member with Ileana. And you can tell me if that's you, that you've been buying the box for several years. Well, you say my first box, so it's your first box.
Yep.
Yeah. No, because Ileana's
from Rio. She's from Rio.
Oh, yes, I know who it is now. Yes. Rio Bravo, right? You came from far away.
Rio Grande City.
Grande City, yes. That was a task, and I'm really happy that you took a chance with us. They are far away, and we met them at the Salt restaurant, and they bought some chicken and some veggies. It was not a CSA box. It was vegetables and a chicken and I think some pork chops, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's great. Thank you for going and coming all this way to get produce. A lot of people don't know that there's very few certified organic growers in the valley, and we are one that, and we actually are the only ones that do vegetables, fruit, and meats.
Yeah, and the only ones that we sell direct to the consumer, because there used to be another one.
Yeah.
I think last year or the year before, he started doing just wholesale, and he only grow like a few things, and then he sell wholesale to the big companies, so like HEB or somewhere else.
Yeah, Central Market.
Yeah.
So for us, normal people like you keep us alive, right? You buy direct from us, and we are able to continue to produce the foods that we produce for people to eat. And I'm working on decorating our market, and the biggest things that I'm thinking out there is we don't use hormones, we don't use pesticides, we don't use antibiotics. So we grow our product. I tell Saul, Yahweh means God, and we put an apostrophe S because we try to do everything the way He wants us to do it. And He wants us to take care of not only people, but His water, the earth, the environment. So for us, it's a big deal. I mean, we try to do the best that we can possibly do to produce food that is good for our customers.
Yeah. And for those of you that don't know, they do provide CSA boxes, which is community supported agriculture, which gets vegetables on a weekly basis. They put them together in a box, and you could either come to the farm, actually pick it up, or they also deliver here in the Rio Grande Valley. It's a lot of fresh vegetables that you don't get at the store, because the store usually takes, you never know, 2-3 weeks, a month before it reaches the store and then to your kitchen. While here at Yahweh's farm, they pick it up on Tuesday and it's ready to go out Wednesday, Thursday, throughout the weekend. They're open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Monday. And they don't not only sell vegetables, they also sell other value-added items like canned vegetables, pickled vegetables, spices, moringa, tea. I mean, a lot of interesting things here, and it's all USDA certified organic fruits and vegetables here at the farm.
Yeah, we are certified organic on the fruits and vegetables, and then we do all natural on the meats that we produce, on the animals that we produce. They eat grass, and our grass is certified organic, but it's a whole nother process for the organic, to sell the animals organic. Yeah.
Even the chicken that we buy, the chicken a day old, and we feed it certified organic feed. We still not able to sell the chicken certified organic unless we pay the certification. This is a whole separate process for the chicken, and they just increase the price in the chicken. That's why we decide to just do it like that without the certification.
Eventually, we're working on recipes for feed for so that we can continue to be sustainable, because it is kind of pricey. Every year the feed that you buy for them is more expensive, and it's already kind of pricey for people to buy organic products. So we want to make it as cost effective for the consumer and as sustainable for us at the same time. Norma, what kind of vegetables do I pickle, or next
time I think she's gonna buy
I did okra. I have pickled okra. I have pickled serranos, some chiles that are called guajillos. When we get cabbage, I did last year sauerkraut. That was very popular. We did a lot of sauerkraut. We still have to wait for the cabbage. It's not, they're not all ready yet. But just keep on following us on Facebook, and see the things that we're putting out there, and especially on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Tuesdays we're going to be trying to do this and talking to you guys, and having cooking classes and garden classes, but it would be great if you give us suggestions on what you really are interested in, so that you watch, or you're part of our growing on the farm. So if you want to learn how to do something, and if I know how to do it, I'll share it.
Yeah, make sure you leave a comment, especially on the videos. That way we know that you're watching, and we're able to respond to them even live. And like earlier this year, we did Diana cooked burro bananas in, was it 3 different ways?
Yeah, it was. We could do a lot of stuff with bananas. I love bananas.
Yeah. Love to eat them.
You
Yeah.
can fry it. You can stuff it. You can make lasagna. Substitute the noodles with bananas. They obviously they're green, not yellow, right?
Yeah.
But you can make lasagna with the yellow. The burro banana can be fried and can be eaten raw.
Yeah, and then you also did fritters. Forgot which vegetable it was. There was 2 different ones.
Fritters was
sweet potato.
Yeah.
And regular potato. Yeah, those were really, really good. Anything fried is good.
Yes, sir.
I'm sure you're learning how to eat all these different vegetables too.
Yeah.
I think you told us that you don't eat squash, or was it onions?
Well, squash and mushrooms.
And mushrooms.
And
You know,
they taste really good.
something.
Uh-huh.
I remember when I started going to the farmers market in Brownsville. One day, it was a lady asking me how to cook greens, because I say the beet greens, they're good. You can cook it too, like Swiss chard or chard or mustard green or any kind of green, right? The lady said, "But how do you cook it?" And there was an old lady that she always buy a lot of stuff for me. She went there and she said, "Just chop some bacon and throw it in the pan with the greens and the onions."
Yeah.
And that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, you put bacon and any kinds of greens and they just
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And I think I've tried them. I think you've sauteed them. I mean, I don't know what styles you've been doing them, but they've been tasting really good. You can't even tell. You can't even taste the graininess that you get like at restaurants or stuff like that. They taste smooth and they go down quick.
You know, and that's the biggest thing. If you can get someone that has not eaten vegetables to eat vegetables, you know you're doing a good job, right? Because I don't think when people say, "Well, I don't like vegetables," no, I think you just never made them different. You know, when my mom made peas for us, I didn't like peas. When Saul grew the peas and I ate them, oh my God, I was in love with these peas. It's because the flavor is different.
Yeah.
The flavor that you get from homegrown vegetables beats 100% what you buy in the grocery store that has lost its flavor.
You know, for me, it's kind of backwards because I grew up eating fresh peas from my grandpa's garden, straight from the plant.
Yeah.
And then when I come here, I try the canned peas and they taste like nothing.
Yeah.
Or
They're
tomatoes.
horrible. Tomatoes too. I mean, tomatoes. You eat a tomato from the store, and they taste like nothing because they harvest the green, and then
They gas it.
Yeah, they gas it to make it look good.
Right. Oh, yeah.
The flavor is not there. When you eat a tomato from the garden or like buy ripe, it's totally different flavor. Yeah, you remember when a little boy from Chef Larry come to the farm and he picked a heirloom tomato from the plant. And it was a little boy, was probably like 3 years old. And he picked the tomato and he was eating it like that.
Wow.
And he loved that tomato. So, yeah, flavor.
And I've noticed that sometimes I'll cut the tomato to put in a hamburger, but like sometimes they're like overripe or something, like because instead of being red, they're like almost white.
Oh, that's because they're ripe inside. They just ripe outside. You see, when you put a green tomato, they harvest the green tomatoes and then they put it in a cooler and they put gas to turn it red. But only the outside turn red. The inside is stay green. That way they last. And they last weeks like that.
Yeah.
The same thing with the oranges. A lot of people think the oranges they come orange from the tree. It's not. Unless you wait until they ripen the tree, they're gonna be ready in the tree. But the majority of the citrus they harvest green and they ripen in the room.
Yeah.
And they look beautiful. But their inside is not.
It's not there yet. It's not ready.
It's not there yet. A lot of people sell here green oranges, and the people think they're not ready. And you eat it, and they're delicious because that's already done. They're ripe. They just don't have the flavor. I mean, the color. They already have the flavor, not the color. Yeah.
So, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube friends, follow us, subscribe, ring the bell. We're going to be providing this what do you call it, podcast?
Yeah, this podcast.
Podcast, and some videos on cooking and some garden tips to provide you information and to entertain you as well. Because, you know, we have a lot of things that happen on the farm. Babies are being born and
And we're waiting for some more. You know, also, if anybody like us to talk about something that you want to know about the farm or about us, be open to the public, and we want to provide you the information that you need and whatever you want to know about us and all that stuff.
we're going to be doing some educational videos as well. It's Gardening 101, how to start your own CSA, how to do a worm farm, how to, what else? Building a rain harvesting system.
What do you call that thing where you put like a lot of stuff to
Mulch.
compost or?
Composting?
Yeah. What do you need to start your own composting at home? So just watch us, continue to follow us, and send us messages on what you would like to learn, and then we can provide you the information.
The information that we know.
Yeah, the
And the
information
experience that we know, we like to share it. And we don't know everything, but we've been learning a lot, and we want to share it with anybody. And if you want to learn how to do a little garden, or you got any questions, we here.
We also sell some seaweed, amino acid, potting plants for starting your plants. So we sell teas. So if you want to just stop by, see what we have. I've made a big hit on my spices. You know, I was trying it out, and they really like it. So I'm making some more. We're doing moringa and salt shakers, so you can put it in the center of your table and put moringa in all your food, because it is very good nutrition for you. So you can come and pick up, it's $8 for a little salt shaker to put on your table, and see what we got. It's always something different, because it really depends on what's in the field. If we have an abundance of harvest, I'm gonna make something with it. I also do a little bit of custom catering. People know that I love to make soups, so I do make soups for sale. It is $5 for what, 8 ounces? Yeah, $5, because a quart is $10.
Okay.
Yeah, a quart is $10, but I'm using certified organic.
Half a quart.
I'm using certified organic vegetables, and the stock that I use, I can either do a vegan stock, or I can do chicken stock, or I can do bone broth, you know. So if you don't want to cook and you just want to buy some soup, I can do that. We have some of our farmers that if you order, you can order bread. You do have to do that in advance and pay them, and then they can bring it here and you pick it up, or it can be part of your CSA boxes if you get home delivery, especially. CD&J is bringing their pork, their beef, their eggs here to the farm, so you can buy it here if you don't make it to the market. We have
You also accept food stamps.
oh yeah, we have they call them either EBT, SNAP, food stamps, Lone Star. We accept it. We accept cash, check, charge, and we just want to make it easy for you to purchase locally from the farmers, because there's more than just than Saul and I selling at our market. We are open longer hours, so I know some of the farmers markets only do an hour and a half. We're here Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Monday from 10 to 6 p.m. We're located at 19833 Morris Road, Harlingen, Texas, 78552. Google us if you can't find that. Remember, Yahweh means God. If you put Yahweh Farm, you're going to find us in the Rio Grande Valley. I think that's, are we getting close to our ending? We have 5 minutes, which obviously is a long time, so if anybody wants to ask us some questions.
Yeah, feel free to put them in the comments. We'll
Yeah.
see them there. And tomorrow you're going to be delivering, correct? CSAs?
Yes. Tomorrow's delivery day.
And how far do you all deliver again?
We go to Edinburgh, McAllen, Brownsville, Westlaco, Mercedes. We have a delivery in, what is that? It starts with an A. Between Donna and
Alamo?
Alamo. Yeah, we have an Alamo delivery. A lot of home deliveries this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of home deliveries. Home deliveries are great. You do pay an extra $5 for, so our boxes are $25, but you pay an extra $5 and we'll take it to you. But you can also, let's say you have your vegetable subscription and you decide you want a chicken or pork or beef, we'll take that to you too, you know. And you can pay PayPal. We have all kinds. We take Venmo, PayPal, Square, you know, all kinds of Apple. Yeah. So, you know, just call, ask what is it that you have, or, you know, follow us. You can always call it and ask us what's in season, and then purchase it, and then we'll take it.
Yeah. And also, they're open here, and they have a lot of other items as well as, like we said, the pickling, the canned jars. They provide a lot of information, but they also want to help the community get healthier. And one of the reasons we're doing this podcast is just to inform you all what's going on here at the farm. In this coming year, plan to see a lot more of the animals, gardening. I mean, it was like last week or a couple weeks ago that one of the lambs had a baby. Yeah. And we'll be showing videos of that as well, just so that you see. I mean, it's interesting watching the different animals react. Like I remember the first video I saw was when you were talking to I think the turkeys and all that. You were, and they were answering you back. That was pretty cool. I mean, it's something.
Well, what we try to do with animals is that we try to keep them a happy life and a good life.
Yeah.
And then one bad day for the ones that we harvest.
Yeah.
The ones that, there's some animals that they stay in the farm. Even if we can harvest it, we not gonna harvest it because they're a special animal. Like I have a cow. She gonna die here in the farm when it's time, but we not gonna harvest her. And there's a few other animals. And the other ones, the ones that we harvest, we don't put names. So that's why we know that those gonna be happy here, but they're gonna have one bad day.
Yeah.
But that meat gonna be good.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're happy animals.
Yeah, and there's many future things coming in the next several months, different projects and ideas that they're planning to push. And one of the main things that is becoming a little bit more popular is the moringa, because there's a lot of health benefits for people with diabetes, high blood pressure, and other different ailments. And they sell it here, and it's USDA certified. It's organic, right?
Yes, it is certified organic, and we grow it, we harvest it, we process it, and we sell it. They do sell it at the grocery stores now, but it is coming from a country where you
don't know what they're doing.
You don't know what they're doing yet. So eventually, what we want to do is have a form of ag tourism where you come and see the trees and you see our process, and then you'll be able to know exactly what is everything that we do, so that you can purchase it and be secure that what you're purchasing is either leaves or seeds or the flowers, or I am going to do some really unique mixes for teas with the moringa. And so right now they're in trial. I'm just testing out what goes really well and what doesn't. But I will be selling different flavored moringa teas. Right now, my favorite, and I drink it a lot,
Lemongrass.
is the lemongrass. Lemongrass and moringa. And I even sell lemongrass powder for cooking.
Okay.
So we sell celery, lemongrass. We have anise powder. We have hot chile ancho. No, chile de árbol. Really hot stuff. We hydrate it and make flour.
Yeah.
Habanero. A lot of different spices that we've been making.
Well, we'd just like to thank everyone for tuning in. We'll be here Tuesday nights, Wednesday nights, live here on the farm discussing a variety of things. Tuesdays will be more focused on food and things you can make. And Wednesdays we'll try to do more animals and more gardening, just to keep you all informed. Just make sure that you follow us on Twitch, YouTube. Make sure you ring that bell to get the notifications. Like us on Facebook. Leave your comments, questions, and as we do the shows, we'll try to, answer them and help you out as best as we can. And we thank you. We hope you had a Merry Christmas, and we also hope that you have a Happy New Year. And we pray that things go better for all of us. This can be here.
So good night. And our future podcast will be about 30 minutes. Today was a trial. So just follow us and we'll keep you informed with different topics. Thank you and have a great evening.
Bye.